Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm kind of going to give you my first official restoration video. And for that we're going to see if we can turn this into something more like this. Start off here, let me just explain a few things. My workbench is a little messy at the moment. I have a few projects going on and I do not sponsor any of the products that ever appear in my videos. So let me just mention something here. This is the original box for this transformer back here, which was one that came from a post-war Lionel Dreyfus set that my father purchased for me over the summer, around 150 bucks or so. But it doesn't really say much about what kind it is. It just says number 1037 40 watt multi-volt transformer from the Lionel Corporation in New York City, New York. But anyways, it's the same kind as this one here, so I kind of already know a little bit about, working with this kind of transformer. So without further ado, let us begin. So here's the battle plan, so to speak. What I have here is the exact same transformer as that. It's pretty rusty, not quite sure if it works, I haven't tested it yet, but we're going to try to make it look like this. How are we going to do that? Well, besides doing internal work, we also have to do external work. So for that, I've got some paint here, just some regular black paint. Not a lot left, but it should be enough just to kind of maybe touch this up to make it look a little bit better. And we're going to see if we can fix whatever was broke on the inside, because earlier today, I actually restored another transformer, an old Lionel one, a little different than this, but I had a pretty good success with that. It still could use a little bit of fine-tuning, but I'm feeling pretty confident about this one too, so let's begin. Okay, so what I've got here is a plug strip and the plug. You don't really always want to plug this directly into an outlet or anything because it could blow a fuse in your house, and this plug strip's coming out of another plug strip that has a switch on it, so if anything, I'll just blow the fuse in the other plug strip before it blows a fuse in the house. So we're going to plug it in, and I've got my Dreyfus Hudson from the Dreyfus Hudson set I mentioned earlier, and we're going to use that to test it. So here goes nothing. Let's see what happens. Ooh, it was a little tight trying to get it in there, but it's plugged in, and it's making a little bit of a humming noise, so let's see if we can get something to happen here. Oh, another thing I noticed, this handle's really stiff. We're going to have to lubricate that, so here's my second attempt. See what happens. Oh, we got a light. Yeah. Now this is on its side, so the E unit's not going to cycle properly, but this does mean it's working, so we have power. Let's see if, hang on. Let's see if we can maybe dim it down. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is working perfect. Despite the fact it's a little bit rusty from the outside, it's working perfect. So I think the insides is okay, but we're going to open it up and take a look because, you never know with older electronic devices like this. So let's have a look. Unplug it first, of course. As you can probably see, there's these little indentations here in the sides, so that's probably what you have to pry open to get this top to come off here. I don't think this is attached down inside of there anyway. I'm pretty sure it's just on the top here, based on how it was on other transformers I've looked at, and kind of how the one I restored today was. And yeah, it's coming right off. Look at that. Okay, it's actually not so bad. Look at that. So there's a little bit of a mark there from this is what this controls the speed. For example, if I turn the lever on the other side, you'll see that this moves. Basically what happens is that slides back and forth on this, and somehow that controls the speed. Don't ask me how, I'm not sure. It has something to do with how powerful the current is through these different little coils of wire here. Another thing I can do is you pull that wire out, and we'll see. That's a little loose in there, but oh yeah, that comes right off. One thing for sure, here we go. You gotta know what you're doing with this kind of stuff. Be very careful, take your time. I've learned that the hard way in a lot of cases. But there's the bottom. It's pretty dark, but I don't think that's much of a problem. The top's clean, but I don't know. And the sides and everything are dark, so maybe it's just like that because of age, and from that rubbing back and forth on top, I don't know. But anyways, there's the inside, and this is actually really, really clean. I mean, if you saw the outside, how rusty it was, you wouldn't think the inside would be in this good of condition, so I think we're okay on the inside. For the most part, maybe the only thing we could do is polish this up a bit more, try to make that a little bit cleaner so it gets better contact, but I think it's about all we can do. In order to do this, I'm just going to take a little bit of a rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip or two, and just kind of rub it on there and see how much cleaner we can get it. When you're done, you want to maybe take the other end and just kind of dry it off, because it's not good to have all the wet alcohol on there. But it's not bad. There's not really very much dirt on there. we're on this side. On further inspection, there might be just a little bit. Yeah, it's not really showing up on camera. There's a little bit of grime from there, but yeah. So it's definitely cleaner. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. I don't know how good of an idea it is to clean that, but I did that on the other transformer, so let's go ahead and just give that a quick try and see what that does. And of course, we'll dry it off real quick after this. So yeah, that was a lot dirtier. So this might work better, make even better contact. So yeah, that's from the side I just dried it off with. We got a little grime off, so it wasn't completely pointless taking this apart or anything. So something else I'm going to point out really quick is that, see that right there? This has popped off of this. So I might try to resolder that, but this is kind of like a warping and splitting apart. So I'm going to see if I can't maybe put a little glue in there and clamp that together and maybe see if it will make it a little bit better. Wait about 10 minutes or so, and we'll see if that fixes it. Super glue here. I'm going to try to glue this together and just clamp it with this. Obviously this is huge, but it's all I can find in time, so hopefully this will work. So this is clamped on now, so just waiting for the glue to dry. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the glue to dry in here, I'm just kind of cleaning up this a bit, getting the rust just kind of buffed out a little bit, just sanding it gently, trying not to take off most of the existing paint, and just get the rust buffed out a bit so it creates a little bit of a smoother surface for the paint to go on. Well, got my paint, so I just took the spray can and sprayed a little bit on this piece of cardboard now, so here we go. May not look perfect, but it'll at least be enough to make it look better. We'll probably need a little bit more paint here at some point. What I'm basically doing here is on the bottom, just kind of touching up the rust spots, so when this dries I'll see how well it just kind of all blends in. So that way I just kind of, I don't have to paint the whole thing or anything, I'm just kind of touching it up. So just working on the top here, we're going to go ahead and try to touch that up a bit next. I'm going to be careful not to get any paint on this plate here. So far so good. Okay, so I waited a little bit for the paint fumes to clear because we're going to be using electricity that could spark, and we're going to try to solder this now, so let's proceed. Can't continue doing this right now because I can't really upload very long videos for some reason, just because my editing software is not that good. But there will be a part 2 coming soon, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.